Top 15 surprising cities that aren't actually capitals. Number 1, Toronto, Canada. Canada's most visited city, Toronto is the most populous city in Canada. Along with Montreal, Quebec City and Vancouver, Toronto is regarded among Canada's major cities, but interestingly, none of them are the capital. While Toronto is a prominent center for music, theater and television production, the capital is located in Ottawa. Number 2, Auckland, New Zealand. The City of Sails, as it's also known, Auckland has a rich maritime heritage, and the view of the city from the Waitemata Harbour is one of its most famous. As the most visited city in New Zealand, and the most populous, it's unsurprising many mistake Auckland for the capital. New Zealand's true capital, Wellington, became the home of the government, parliament, and the Supreme Court in 1865, and is known as the world's windiest city by average wind speed. Number 3, New York City, New York, USA. New York City is certainly king of the hill and top of the heap, but it is not the capital of the USA. Typically, the most visited city in the USA, and one of the most popular destinations in the world, it's unsurprising that some might imagine New York as the capital city. The real capital, Washington, D.C., lies some 230 miles, 370 kilometers, south, and has been the nation's legislative, executive, and judicial center since 1791. Number 4, Colombo, Sri Lanka. The largest city of Sri Lanka, Colombo is regarded as the commercial capital of the country, and is also a popular tourist destination, as it serves as the gateway to the rest of the country. Due to a peculiar circumstance though, sometimes Colombo is seen as the capital. The actual capital Sri Jayawardenepura Kotte is located within Colombo's urban area, so sometimes the two get mixed up. Commonly known as Kotte, it was named capital in 1977. Number 5, Marrakech, Morocco. It would be fair to assume that one of the most popular North African destinations, and Morocco's top tourism spot, is the nation's capital. Known for its meandering Medina streets, ancient landmarks, and incredible street food, Marrakech has long enticed travelers from all over. The capital, Rabat, is only the 7th largest city in the country, and first became the capital in 1912 under the French rule. Number 6, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Even though Rio de Janeiro used to be the capital of South America's largest nation, it's not anymore. Brazil is another country where several cities can easily be mistaken for the capital, and with Rio's global appeal, famous beaches, and iconic landmarks, it's hard to see why the capital was moved in the first place. While it is only second in terms of resident numbers, it is the most visited city in Brazil by foreign travelers. Number 7, St. Petersburg, Russia. The Hermitage, the Winter Palace, the Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood, St. Petersburg is almost indecently full of iconic buildings, so it's understandable why more tourists visit this charming city than the capital Moscow. Whether quilted in snow or lit up during the White Nights Festival in summer, the city's big sights really don't have a bad angle. While it might not be the center of power in Russia, it is often referred to as the cultural capital of the country. Number 8, Barcelona, Spain. Lucky Barcelona is blessed with plenty of sunshine, incredible architecture, and world-class cuisine, not to mention what's considered the best urban beach in Europe. However, the 32 million travelers that typically come to Barcelona each year are in fact visiting Spain's second city. The country's actual capital, Madrid, is significantly larger and more populous than Barcelona. It's also the official primary residence of the Spanish monarchy. Number 9, Zürich, Switzerland. Another country where two cities can easily be mistaken for the capital is Switzerland. Zürich is the largest city, and is also a significant player in the world economy. It's one of the largest financial centers in the world, and despite having a relatively small population, is home to many financial, insurance, and banking companies. It's consistently ranked among the best cities to live in, and the cities with the highest quality of life. Number 10, Istanbul, Turkey. It might be Turkey's ancient capital, and the final stage of the legendary Silk Road, but it is not the country's capital anymore. Known as the place where East meets West, The city has plenty of famous attractions, from the imposing Hagia Sophia to the stunning Blue Mosque, and one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world, Grand Bazaar. The actual capital, Ankara, became the headquarters of the Turkish national movement during the Turkish War of Independence. After the fall of the Ottoman Empire, the new republic's capital was declared to be Ankara in 1923. Number 11. Shanghai, China. One of the world's most important hubs for business, finance and international trade, it's hard to imagine how big Shanghai actually is. The second most populous city in the world, Shanghai's port is also one of the most significant and busiest container ports anywhere in the world. From the iconic skyline of its financial district Lujiazui to the wealth of museums and historic buildings, Shanghai is undoubtedly an important Chinese city, but it is not the capital. The capital Beijing lies to the north and is the world's most populous city. Number 12. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Jaw-dropping is probably the best word to describe Dubai. Towering skyscrapers, sprawling shopping centers, and some of the world's most luxurious hotels define this unique city. It's the United Arab Emirates' most populous city, and is a major hub for both cargo and passengers, both tourism and business. Typically visited by around 9 million people, Dubai is the capital city of the Emirate of Dubai. However, the nation's capital is Abu Dhabi, less than a 2-hour drive away. Number 13. Johannesburg, South Africa. There are several countries that have split capitals, but South Africa takes this system to the next level. Surprisingly, its largest city Johannesburg isn't one of the 3 capitals, even though it's the seat of the Constitutional Court, the highest court in South Africa. When the country was pieced together as a union, it was done in a way to try and keep all former states happy. So today Cape Town is the seat of the parliament, Pretoria is home to the president and the cabinet, and Bloemfontein is the seat of the Supreme Court of Appeal. Number 14. Sydney, Australia. Known the world over for its stunning harbour, bridge and opera house vistas, Sydney does feel a lot like a capital city. The country's oldest, it's also Australia's most populous city, and serves as a gateway to many other popular destinations, like the Blue Mountains. The reason it's not the capital is a result of a long dispute between Sydney and another significant Australian city. Number 15. Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne, of course. Coastal capital of the Australian state of Victoria, it was at the centre of the Australian gold rush in the 1800s, and was briefly chosen as the seat of the government at the time of Australia's federation in 1901. After lengthy arguments between the two cities, it was decided a new capital would be built on neutral ground, and the new city, Canberra, was officially declared capital in 1913. Thanks for watching the video.